dog's chilling on the thing.
We're live.
Hi guys, welcome back to episode 41 of Social Distancing with CenterPoint Game Time. Today we are playing a new game, a DC deck building game. So it's based off of all the DC superheroes. We're going to have a good time. It's just Phil and Tait and me today, nobody else. I'm wearing my Wonder Woman hoodie. Totally planned.
Oh, I should have worn something. Why didn't you tell me?
I'm wearing my Batman sweater.
He's wearing his Bruce Wayne sweater.
Yeah.
Tait, what is the DC deck building game?
Well, it's a deck building game, which means that we're going to start with these really small decks of 10 cards, and we're going to, over time, be buying cards from this main deck and building up our own decks in order to come better. It's kind of a team game in the same way that the Castle Panic was, where we're all going to either win together, well, one of us will win, or we're all losing together. So we lose if the big deck here gets completely out, but the person who wins is whenever we kill all these supervillains over here, whoever has the most victory points by the end of the game wins.
All right. Cool. So we each take a turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
On our turn, we're going to play 5 cards. We get to start with 5 cards.
Yeah. We'll play as many cards as we got.
And then we can play as many cards, and we have cards that'll help cards, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. So we ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
Who's going first?
Who's going first? We didn't decide this beforehand. All right, Kambry, pick a hand. All right, it's me.
Pick one out of one hand.
What? I said pick a hand. Whoever's hand she picked, that person goes first. She picked my hand. She could have picked other people's. Mine just happened to be closest to her.
What if I pick
All right, so we're going to try to play our cards here in the middle so you can kind of see what's going on. I'm going to turn them the right way. So at the beginning, all we have is yellow cards. These 3 are punches, so I get 1 attack point for each of those. These 2 are vulnerabilities. They don't help me with anything. But I can buy a card that costs 3. So the only one I can buy is this penguin card down here. He's a villain, so I'm going to capture him, and I'm going to turn him to my good.
All right, so we fill this back up. Another penguin. And I've got the same sort of situation going on. I've got 3 powers. Yeah, I guess I'll take a penguin as well.
It's an nth metal. I have 4 punches, unlike these chumps. I'm going to buy a Green Arrow's bow. It's an equipment. All the silver cards are equipment, and it makes it easier for me to defeat the supervillains, which right now we have Ra's al Ghul, but I don't think he does anything.
No, we just got to have 8 power to kill him. All right. Gorilla Garage. So I have 4 punches and 1 vulnerability. We start the game with 7 punches and 3 vulnerabilities. So this first round, we kind of know what we're going to get. So I have 4 power. Kambry has bought the only 4 power card. So I'm going to buy this 3 powered nth metal, but that means I lose one of my powers. I'm now empty, and so I get to reshuffle my deck.
There's 2 super strengths out there.
2 super strengths.
All right.
None of us have that much power.
So I've got 4 power. All I can buy is one of these kicks, which are always out here. You can always buy a kick as long as there's still kicks in the stack. And they're just slightly better than a punch.
Okay, I have 3 power, and I guess I'll follow in the footsteps of those before me and buy a kick.
All right, well, now we're all shuffling our decks again. So that's what I was doing there. We're shuffling our decks. And so the cards we bought are now in our decks. So we now have bigger decks than we had before. And it means we have a chance of getting some higher powered cards in our deck so we can buy those better cards. And so I get to play my penguin, which says draw 2 cards, then choose and discard 2 cards from your hand. So I'm going to draw 2 cards. And I'm going to discard this vulnerability and a punch that I drew. And so now I'm going to play this nth metal. Just look at the top card of your deck. I may destroy it. It's a vulnerability card, which is completely useless. So I'm going to destroy that. That's going to help me in the long run. And then I have 3 other punches. So for a total power of 1, 2, 3, 4, which means I can't buy any of those things that are out there. I discarded a punch. Had I kept the punch, I would have been able to buy something more expensive. But got me a kick, and that helps my superpower.
Right, so I'm going to start by playing a penguin as well, which does the same thing, where I can draw 2 cards, and then I discard 2 cards. So I'm going to discard 2 vulnerabilities over here.
Ooh, that's not good for Kambry and I.
And then I've got 4 punches, but still there's nothing that costs 4, so I'm gonna have to buy a kick as well. There's a lot of expensive stuff out there.
Usually it's not this expensive this early.
I'm about to do something great. So everyone, hold your horses. Play my green arrow's bow. It's worth 2 powers and make supervillains 2 less cost to defeat. Sorry,
it's going to be great. We're going to zoom in on this greatness.
I'm going to play a kick, which is 2 power.
She's at 4.
And then 3 punches.
7.
Which would be at 7, but because the supervillain costs 2 less to defeat and Ra's al Ghul's only 8, I defeat Ra's al Ghul, and Ra's al Ghul is a villain. And I don't know if we actually told you what our superheroes do, but we have superheroes that give us special powers. And mine is, if I defeat a villain, I get an extra card the next turn. So next turn I'm going to have 6 cards in my hand instead of 5.
All right.
That's about as great as it gets at the beginning of the game. It gets greater than that.
Kambry's favorite thing is revealing the new villain.
You're right.
So she gets to reveal a new villain.
Lex Luthor. First appearance. So most villains other than Ra's al Ghul have a first appearance attack. And this one is each player gains a weakness, which are these green cards here that don't do anything, but they're worth negative points at the end of the game. And so for each villain in the lineup, so we all get 1 because Gorilla Grodd is in the lineup.
There's my weakness.
And that's it. And he costs 10 to defeat, so.
All right, so now it's my turn. I just have the 3 punches. So I'm back to buying a kick.
Why'd you get off the bed? Oh, because Texas is
Alright, so did you already do everything?
I just had 3 punches. I bought a kick.
Alright, so I've got a kick and 3 punches. So I've got 5, so I can buy this utility belt here.
The utility belt's good for winning at the end of the game. Tait likes it. There's a Doomsday. Really a lot of power if you can buy that Doomsday. Kambry?
Oh, sorry. I was busy playing with the dogs. Ah, Minnie.
Distracted by dogs.
3 punches. And 3 vulnerabilities. That gives me 3 power. Which means all I can buy is a kick.
Alright, I'm going to start off by playing this nth metal. I can look at the top card of my deck. It's a punch. I'm going to destroy that punch. I know it's worth 1 power, but I like getting rid of those little cards. Then I'm going to play a kick, and my Superman says every time I play a superpower, an orange card for superpowers, every time I play a superpower, I get +1 power, and then I have 3 punches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus my extra 1. So that's a power of 7, and that lets me buy a super strength. This is going to come in super useful later. There's a Catwoman.
Alright, so I'm going to play a penguin. So I get to draw 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. So I'm getting rid of a punch and a vulnerability and a weakness. And then that leaves me with 3 punches and a kick again. So I have 5 power. I'll get this Gorilla Grodd.
I like Gorilla Grodd.
With a green arrow's bow.
So I'm going to play
Ooh.
Ra's al Ghul +3 power, and at the end of the turn it goes to the bottom of my deck instead of going into my discard pile, so I'll get it sooner. And then 3 punches and a kick, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So for 8 power, do I want the super strength or the Doomsday? Because I gave the Doomsday and the Catwoman, right? But super strength, it's kind of just like, I got super strength. Huh? Who got the other one?
I got Gorilla Grodd. Oh,
I
I
thought
think
there was
Dag
a
might have
second
gotten
one.
one.
I got 1 super strength.
I think I'm going to buy Doomsday and Catwoman because Doomsday works towards my superhero power and super strength doesn't.
So I ran off screen for a second. Hey, Jeff. Jeff's watching us play.
Howdy.
I see your hook 'em horns you were given. I'm sure that's not what it was, but all right.
I get 6 cards because I
You bought a lot of
Doomsday.
stuff, Kambry. You bought a Doomsday?
2 things.
Dog.
All right. So I have the Penguin, which lets me draw 2 cards, but then I have to discard 2 cards. And fortunately for me, I have these awful cards, my weakness and my vulnerability, so I'm going to discard them. Then I'm going to play an nth metal, which lets me look at the top card and I can destroy it. I'm going to destroy it. It's just a punch. And then I have a kick and a punch. So my Superman is going to give me 1 extra power. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus the Superman is 7, and I'm going to buy the other super strength. So now I'm
I should
Superman
have bought it, Tate.
with 2 super
But I
strengths.
didn't.
If I can only find the Superman card,
Superman card is fantastic.
especially if you're Superman.
So is the Wonder Woman card.
Wonder Woman card's good too.
So is the
Batman card?
So is the Batman card. But really only if you have equipment like Tate does.
Got a kick. Got a utility belt, which I get an extra 1 power for each equipment I play because I'm Batman.
No, you're what?
Because I'm Batman.
Because you're what?
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
So that's 5, 6, 7 power.
Do you need the Batman
Sweet.
cape? Where did the pink
Actually,
Batman
wait,
cape
what's
go?
this guy do again?
I don't know. I think you're going to like Blue Beetle. Tate's a big Blue Beetle
Blue
fan.
Beetle's nice, and also this stuff is nice, but I do think I want Blue Beetle.
They're supposed to be doing a Blue Beetle movie or TV show. What are they going to be doing?
I don't know.
TV.
You know, he's he's like a Hispanic superhero. I'm excited about it. We like Blue Beetle over here.
We got Green Arrow.
All right.
Green Arrow's bow. Kick. I'm putting them the wrong way again. So that's 4, 5, 6 power. And a weakness and a vulnerability. What to buy? What
Scarecrow's a villain.
I think I'm going to buy Scarecrow. So once again, I get to use my power. And I get to have 6 cards next turn in my hand.
All right.
Wait.
So I'm
Those are cool. It's supposed to be on the bottom of my deck.
I'm playing my Super Strength, which I'm super excited. That's worth like 5 power. I don't have anything else to go with it except 3 punches, so that's a total of 8 power. But that's still pretty good for me. That gets me a lot of things going on here. So with 8 power, I could buy a Starro, which is 7, which is not bad. I get bonuses for super strength, so I think I'm going to actually go with Green Arrow and Super Speed and buy 2 of these things. I was almost able to beat Lex Luthor. I actually had 9 power because my Superman gave me 1 extra power. But
Right.
another Nth Metal and a Robin.
So I'm gonna play my Penguin.
Robin's really good for Batman, so Tate.
Get rid of vulnerability and weakness. Got my Blue Beetle. It's worth 3 power. Kick. Another 2 and 2 punches. So that puts me at 6.
7.
7. 7. I can count. So I'll take Robin and a Green Arrow's bow.
That's pretty good for him. Another Robin coming out.
And Emerald Knight.
All right. Emerald Knight, which is Green Lantern for any of y'all that are blocking him out of your mind. Gotta reshuffle my deck.
Okay, I have Ra's al
Just Ryan Reynolds, he's the only one.
again. And then Doomsday.
Oh, wow.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power. 2 vulnerabilities. I guess. I'll buy Starro.
All right, Kambry's getting Starro. Villains are good for Wonder Woman. She gets to draw an extra card, so she can have 6 cards in her hand.
There's Swamp Thing.
Who I like, Swamp Thing.
We don't have any locations yet.
Not yet, but give it time. All right. I got Green Arrow. It's worth 2 power. I've got an Nth Metal, so I get to look at the top card of my deck. I do not want to destroy that. And a couple of punches. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 6 power. I'm going to take a Super Speed and a Robin. Tate's going to put some new cards out there. So a Harley Quinn and a Kid Flash.
Right, so I've got 5 power total. And, yeah, I want this Emerald Knight.
See the one that lets you copy stuff out of the lineup?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Aquaman's Trident. That's a pretty good card. Lets you get good cards faster.
What is this? That's Frozen.
Oh, no. All right, one of our things are frozen. Let me see if I can fix it.
I will tell you what I played. I played 2 punches, a kick, and a Green Arrow's bow for a total of 6 power. So I am going to buy an Aquaman's Trident and a Harley Quinn.
Alright, we're back on.
Back to our regular.
Yeah, if you see something freeze up like that, let us know. Kambry's keeping a good eye out for us. I was not. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, so what'd you do, Kambry? It's my turn.
I bought
All right.
Harley Quinn and
right.
Aquaman's Trident.
I'm going to zoom in on this scoreboard, alright? Because I got a super strength, which is a power 5, and I get +1 because of Superman. I got a kick, it's a power 2, +1 because it's a different superpower.
He already almost beat you.
I have the penguin, so I get to draw 2 cards. Then I have to discard 2. I'm going to discard a weakness and a vulnerability. And then I have 2 punches. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 because of my Superman. And so I am going to be able to defeat Lex Luthor. So I'm going to defeat Lex Luthor. And before Kambry reads it, we got to put her on the screen. All right.
Okay, the next villain is Darkseid. He's 11 to defeat. His first appearance attack is that each player discards 2 cards unless he reveals a villain from his hand.
All right, so everybody has to
looking for villains.
I've got Gorilla Grodd.
I've got Scarecrow.
I haven't drawn my hand yet. I'm getting there. I have to shuffle. Do I have? I have penguin, right?
Yeah.
Come
But
on,
you just played
penguin.
him.
But
You have to shuffle him all the way to the top.
Oh, I could. This is where cheating shuffling helps. I don't cheat.
According to him, it's not cheating unless you get caught. So
What? Wait, Kambry is telling stories. All right, so I do not have a villain, so I have to discard 2 cards. So the vulnerability is an easy choice. And I'm going to discard Green Arrow. All right, that was me. I destroyed that bad guy, too.
Okay then.
Oh,
I've
I also
got
bad guys that I beat.
Gorilla Grodd,
Lex Luthor.
my utility belt, which
Okay.
puts me at 6, and that's vulnerability. 2 of these, so I'm at 8. And I want to get,
Did you get your extra bonus?
yes, and so I'll get Swamp Thing and both of these cards.
Wow. Cheetah, there's a villain. Cheap villain. Kambry likes that. Clayface, another villain. And
Oh, I didn't shuffle.
Kyle
Rayner.
Rayner.
he's a Green Lantern guy.
He's great.
He didn't come with the original deck, but they didn't print at the bottom of his card that he was part of another deck, so we leave him in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
There's a way Kyle Rayner can win the game just by snapping his fingers. It's never happened,
It's never happened.
but if that could happen one of these games, whew, there would be a party here.
There's a team version, and sometimes we play that and just try to shovel cards to him so that he can win. But it still never works.
Hi, Kambry.
So I have a Scarecrow. So it's worth 2 powers, and a Scarecrow, like a lot of
Oh,
villains,
come
has
on.
an attack, and his attack is each foe gains a weakness.
Okay, I have a defense card that says I can discard this card to avoid an attack, and if I do, draw 2 cards in its place. So,
And I have a Catwoman. So that's 4 power, 6, 7, 8, 9 power. Which is not enough unless I had a Green Arrow's bow, but I don't. So I guess 7, 8, 9.
oh, she went for Kyle Rayner. I thought she was going to get 2 bad guys. Ooh, there's a Suicide Squad.
Tait loves himself
Bat
with
Signal.
Suicide Squad.
Oh, man, I love both of those. All right, so let's see. My turn here. So I have another super strength. Remember, I bought 2 of those super early, and that's going to be awesome for me. A kick, and then a punch and a weakness because I had to use my super speed. So this is worth 5 plus 1, 6, 7, 8, plus 1, 9, 10. So a total of 10 power. And so I can actually buy quite a few things. I'm going to buy this Heat Vision for 6, and I'm going to buy Suicide Squad to keep it away from Tait.
There's a second one. And another super strength.
I'm buying it.
Alright, so I'm going to play a Kid Flash to draw a card. I've got 2 kicks and a punch and a couple of things that don't do nothing. That puts me at 5, which, guess I'll get this.
Oh, no, I'm... Really in a struggle.
Mira.
Really in a struggle. Okay, so I have a scarecrow. He attacks again. Each foe gains a weakness unless they have a defense.
Got blue beetle this time, and he goes back to my hand.
I got my super speed again. I get to draw 2 cards, but I have to get rid of them again.
I have Aquaman's Trident. Aquaman's Trident's power is that I can put whatever card, one card that I buy or gain this turn, on the top of my deck. So it'll go straight into my hand. I have a Green Arrow's bow.
Makes
And
it
then
cheaper.
a kick and 2 punches. So it's
Not
1,
bad.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this makes him 2 less to defeat. So I'm going to defeat Darkseid. And because of my Aquaman's Trident, he goes on the top of my deck.
Oh, snap.
I was going to buy the Super Strength, but I had enough to buy the villain. So I had
And she gets an extra card because of her Wonder Woman powers. But before, she's going to read.
The next villain is the Anti-Monitor. First appearance attack, each player reveals his hand, chooses a card with cost 1 or greater from it, and adds that card to the lineup.
I'm going to defend against that with my blue beetle.
Blue Beetle's great. He's the 1 defense card. You get to keep coming back. Here's my hand. Kambry can look at it. I got
I'm
Lex
going to
Luthor
stick
and
that super strength in.
I'm going to put the Nth Metal in.
Odd choice.
Here's my hand. I'll put the Catwoman in.
All right. Put it down there. All right. So we got an extra long set of cards. Looks like you can see most of them down there. We won't draw new cards until we get less than 5. So is that the end of your turn, Kambry?
Yep.
All right. So I have Lex Luthor, which says draw 3 cards. Then I have Robin, which says put an equipment from my discard pile into my... I don't have an equipment in my discard pile because I just had to put it in the lineup. I have Super Strength, which is +1. And I have 4 punches and a vulnerability. So it's 1 plus 6 is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Just shy of being the Anti-Monitor. But it is enough for me to get another Super Strength. What does Clayface do? It copies a card?
Clayface copies an equipment, I think. No, he just copies a card.
It's
Plastic Man. All right. Clayface might become another Super Strength. We'll see how that goes. Come on. I need the Man of Steel card to come up.
Right.
Come on, Man of Steel.
So I'm going to play a penguin. So that's me draw 2 cards from here, then discard 2 cards. Ooh. I'll discard a punch and a vulnerability. I've got a Robin. I can take an equipment from here. Oh, I don't have any equipments in here. Alright then. Then I've got Blue Beetle, 2 punches, so that puts me at 6. So I will buy... Don't need more equipment. Let's go with
The bat signal.
signal.
I love the bat signal.
Ooh, the Dark Knight card. So the Dark Knight card gives you something for equipment.
You
So
get to take all of the equipment from the line.
Tait probably wants it. Because he's equipment boy.
He is equipment boy.
Okay, so I have a dark side. You may destroy 2 cards in your hand. If you do, +5, otherwise +3. I'm not going to because I don't have any vulnerabilities or weaknesses in my hand. So it's just worth 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which Dad bought the Super Strength, so I can't get it anymore.
Ha
I just don't like equipment. But Dark Knight's the only thing really worth having out there. But I just don't like it. I just think equipment's the worst.
You could get Man and Catwoman. Or just some kicks.
Load up on
But I have 8.
2 kicks and a Catwoman.
Yeah, Mara kicking it.
She took Mara. Mara's the most frustrating card in the deck. She can be super powerful only when your discard pile is empty. Alright, Penguin. I get to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. So I'm just...
Oh, you know what? I should have gotten it because I have Kyle Rayner. Could have gotten power rings from the Dark Knight. Dang it.
Well, there's no power rings out yet. Alright, so I got a kick, and 2 punches.
Did you
So
steal mini
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1 is 7. And I'm gonna take a. I really want a Robin. I'm gonna take a Poison Ivy and a kick.
What's wrong with you, Mini?
Right. I've got a cheat out here.
Come here.
I'm going to start by playing my Two-Face.
no, all the
I'm going
dots
to
are
say
leaving.
even. Draw a card. It is, in fact, Green Arrow's bow, so I can draw it. I'll play my Green Arrow's bow, which is worth 3 for me. It's 2 plus 1. Rod is another 3. 2, and then 1. So that puts me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so I will get a Dark Knight, a Robin, and a Cheetah.
Alright, there's another utility
That
belt.
was
High-tech
scary.
hero, which is Cyborg. Alright, and the Riddler. I'm a dog.
She left.
Dog.
She stole Minnie's toy and then Minnie got upset about it, so she left.
Alright. Alright, Kambry's turn.
So I have a Doomsday, which is 4 power. I have a Cheetah, which says gain any card with cost 4 or less from the lineup. So I think I'll gain this Riddler, which still works towards my Wonder Woman card because it says each villain that you buy or gain. So that's 1 card that I get extra at the end of my turn. I have Kyle Rayner, but I don't have any power rings, so he's only worth 3.
Only 3.
Only 3. Ah,
8,
only.
9.
I mean, Doomsday's only 4.
9 power. I'm gonna buy the utility belt
That's a good one.
and an nth metal because doesn't he do for equipment?
Yes.
Yeah.
And superpowers. Batmobile, Catwoman. Look at all these wimpy things. And a bat signal. All right. We're about to try to make things happen here. Super strength.
5.
5 plus 1, 6.
Wow.
Heat vision.
That was a little crap I destroyed.
9 plus 1. I'm at 10 plus. You may destroy a card in your hand or discard pile. I'm going to destroy this negative point weakness. And I'm at 10. Super speed. Another superpower. I get plus 1. I'm at 11. I get to draw a card. I drew a super strength. That gets me up to 15. No, I was at 11, so now I'm at 16. I don't get the plus 1 because it copies that one over there. And this Clayface copies that one up there too. So I was at 16 plus another 5. I'm at 21. Wow! And a vulnerability. Which
That's just
the
enough to buy the anti-monitor
nice thing
if
is,
you read it backwards.
nice thing is I can buy this bat signal which I really wanted, and I can get this Batmobile and this Catwoman and this anti-monitor. Well, don't read it. Let me get my cards up.
I'm letting you get your card.
All right.
Just roll.
Chill. I'm sorry. I gotta chill my rolls. All right. Kambry is reading the new bad guy.
The next villain is Deathstroke. His first appearance attack is each player reveals his hand and destroys a hero, superpower, or equipment in his hand or discard pile.
Well, I've got all of this, and I guess I'll
I
have to
got
destroy
this
my
load of
Emerald
crap.
Knight.
Look
Wow.
at these 2
Or
really
discard
nice
pile.
cards
Oh, you
and
don't
then the
have
rest of this
I don't have
load of
discard pile.
crap.
Thanks for that.
It's just
I'm going to
absolutely
destroy
terrible.
Robin, which works with the comic book, so sorry, Robin.
And I'm going to destroy...
Wow, you had to... Because you don't have a discard pile.
Mm-mm.
That is a shame.
I guess I'll destroy this nth metal that I
You
just
didn't
got.
have a defense?
Nope. Alright, so now I've got utility belt and 2 punches, which puts me at 5 power total. And I think I'll get Zatanna.
Zatanna. All right, there's another heat vision out. And it's Kambry's turn.
Okay. Go ahead and play Starro. Attack. Each foe discards the top card of his deck. Play all non-location cards discarded this way. So a punch.
Green arrow.
What does it do? So 3 power. I'm gonna put this in here so I remember. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's it. You know what? 6 is just enough to buy.
Don't buy my heat vision. Oh, do we discard these or?
Discard them.
All right. Bane. He's a good card. All right, I got super strength again, so it's going to be 6 points. Lex Luthor, which lets me draw 3 cards. So super speed lets me draw cards. I'm going to have to shuffle my deck. but it is worth an extra point because it is a superpower. And I'll cut it once for good measure. Alright, Poison Ivy has an attack. Each foe discards the top card of his deck. If its cost is 1 or greater, that player gains a weakness. Kambry gets a weakness. Suicide Squad, 2 punches, and a weakness. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 12 power. So that's actually enough for me to defeat Deathstroke and to get an... I'm going to get a high-tech hero. Deathstroke and a high-tech hero. And Kambry is back on the job with the bad guy news.
The next bad guy is Sinestro. First appearance attack, each player reveals his hand and discards a card for each hero he revealed this way. And he is 10 to defeat.
I've got all this stuff.
I have no heroes.
1 hero, so I'm going to discard this vulnerability.
Punch. Alright, so now I'll play my Two-Face. I'm going to say even. That is odd, so I discard it, correct? Not discard it. And then I'll play Kid Flash, which lets me draw a card. I've got, let's do Cheetah so I can gain any card of cost 4 or less from the lineup. I'll take this. Then I've got 1, 2, 3 here, so 4 total. And I don't want any of this stuff. I'll get the into metal.
Alright. Hey, here's our first location, pink card, Arkham Asylum. It's good for somebody that likes villains. Kambry. And another Kid Flash.
My turn?
Yep.
Yay. Ra's al Ghul. 3 power. Harley Quinn, her attack is each foe puts a punch or vulnerability from his discard pile on top of his deck.
Each foe puts a punch or vulnerability.
4, 5,
Alright,
6,
I'm going to put a punch there.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? We only got 2 bad guys left, so
Yeah.
we're getting close to the end game.
I'm gonna buy him. But he only costs 8 because I have Green Arrow's bow. And I get to put him on the top because of Aquaman's Trident.
Oh, nice.
So because he only costs 8 and I had 11, that gives me 3 left.
3 more.
Right? So I'm gonna buy a Kid Flash.
All right, that was a good move, and she's got a bad guy to reveal to us.
Bad guy. The last bad
guy
is Atrocitus. His first appearance attack is each player puts a random card from his hand under his superhero. When this villain is defeated, put each of those cards on top of the owner's deck.
I don't want to do that. All right, we're each gonna get a random card.
I want to look at my
Whoa.
I just want to look at them first. I haven't looked at my hand yet.
I get it. Tait takes yours. You take mine.
Sorry. Oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to look at it. I
You
looked
go
at it.
Man.
What is it? Oh, a punch. That's good.
All right, my turn. You know what? Now that stuff has kind of changed in my hand since last we gathered together, I'm going to play the bat signal. And the bat signal says I can put a hero. Oh, that's the bat signal, not Batmobile. Whoop. I'm still going to play it. I can put a hero from my discard pile into my hand. The only hero I have is high-tech hero. So I'm going to play Cyborg. And since I played Bat Signal, it activates Cyborg. The Penguin lets me draw 2 cards, and I have to discard 2 cards. So I'm going to discard these 2 punches. Play Super Speed, which lets me draw a card. All right. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because it's a superpower, 6. So I have 6 power. It's not a bunch, but it's enough to buy a Doomsday. And he will help me out later on in the game.
Alright.
Tait's
I'll
turn.
start by playing a penguin. You can draw 2 cards, and then I have to discard 2. Discard these 2. And then I've got, how do I want to start? Let's start by playing a bat signal. I can put a hero off my discard pile into my hand.
Uh-oh.
This guy.
Tait might be ending the game.
Don't do that, Tait. Very nice.
Mm.
Hi, Mimi. Hi, Mimi.
Yeah, I guess I'll take a Kid Flash. I will play my Kid Flash so I get to draw a card. Ooh, I got Blue Beetle and Swamp Thing. What does that put me at right now? I've got 2, 5, 6, 7. And then I'll play down Robin, put an equipment into my hand. I guess I will go with this. And then I've got a Green Arrow's bow. So that's supervillains cost 2 less, and that's another 3 points. So that puts me at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can buy this guy and have 3 more
Then
left
do
over
it.
to get. I guess I'll get this.
Can you get that?
I'm at 11. He's 2 less because I played a Green Arrow's bow. Oh, never mind. That one's the one that costs 4. I want this one that costs 3.
Just checking. All right, we've defeated the last bad guy. Now this actually went nicer than before. We put less bad guys in than normal, but I don't think the bad guys normally win. Now we have to find out we get our card out from underneath our deck. Now we're going to start finding out what we got. So at the very bottom, there's a little star that tells us how many points that card is worth. So we're going to divide these cards up real quick, and we're going to start finding out how much these cards are worth. Our yellow cards aren't worth anything. If we defeated some of the supervillains, they're worth a lot. Some of the expensive cards are worth quite a bit as well. So we're going to see where it goes. You guys can rant and talk while you separate stuff as well.
Ranting and talking.
Oh,
Alright, so this thing is worth quite a bit. That would put 11.
Now, Tate's going to laugh at me here in a minute because I have one of these cards that lets you get lots of extra powers, the Green Arrow.
You don't got no heroes.
I only have 2 other heroes.
To be fair, I barely completed my Batman one, and I'm doing the Batman. I should have bought a lot more equipment than I've got. But I have 31 total.
31 total?
Yeah.
I might have a chance.
Wait.
Do I not have any vulnerabilities? I got rid of my vulnerabilities.
I have 40 total.
40 total?
Sorry, it's 30 that I have.
You didn't complete your other stuff?
No, I did. I just didn't get a lot of points this game.
You
I
just
only got the
defeated a lot
one
of bad
super
guys.
villain.
9.
You guys bought the other utility belts and green arrows and stuff.
Kambry says she has 40. Did you count your weaknesses?
I think so.
I have 39. Way to go, Kambry.
Got him.
I was fortunate that I didn't have any weaknesses because I destroyed mine during the game, and I defended against some, and that got me closer. But
I only had 2 weaknesses.
not quite close
So it's
enough.
not that bad. Because I was mostly handing out weaknesses.
And it helped that
Rather
Kambry and I
than
think,
getting them.
defeated more bad guys than Tate did.
Yeah, because usually Tate wins this because he defeats just the right amount of supervillains. That he then has all the, like, if you have 5
There wasn't a lot of the
this,
bonus
then you
cards
win.
that came out. So it was.
There weren't a lot, and we actually played with fewer superheroes than we normally do, so the game wouldn't be too long. And that plays against Tate's strategy sometimes because Tate usually blows us out of the water. But I had 3 super strengths.
Which all of those were worth 2 points.
I
That
know.
was one thing.
I know. Where's
But it's the same with me. I had a lot of high-powered villains that were all worth 2 stars.
This weird dog's getting belly rubs.
belly rubs?
I think it's because the side of her stomach is itchy. And so it, like, feels good.
I don't see Superman, Kambry. I see Wonder Woman already.
Wonder Woman. Oh, is he all the way down there?
He's even lower.
Wow.
The Superman card is Man of Steel. Look how
there
low he was.
is. Man of
He's great
Steel.
because when you play him, he lets you get all of the superpowers out of your
I'm
discard
telling you
pile.
guys, the reason I won was the hoodie. It let me harness
The hoodie.
my Wonder Woman.
Hey, Kambry,
I should have gotten my hat.
when we played this game, how many times have I won?
Like,
No, I mean like our social distancing with CenterPoint games.
0.
That's great. I've won 0 times, but
We play games off camera and he'll win them, but then we go on camera and he never wins them.
I never win them. But Kambry's going to tell you something.
Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see us do more videos like this, and turn on the post notifications and comment down below what game you want to see us play next time, or if there's anything else that you want to see us do, because we have a lot of fun making these videos, and we hope that you guys are all staying safe and healthy inside. And that's it.
Awesome. And if you're playing games, post a picture of a game that you've played this week. I saw one posted by Stacy and her family. So if you're playing games, let us know what you're playing, and we look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Bye. Which button do I push?
All
The
of them.
stop streaming one.